20, Proscovia Alengot is the youngest lawmaker in Uganda's parliament, but her desire is to campaign for women's rights in her country. Alengot says despite being young, she is determined to improve the lives of African women.
So we have to come up and fight for women emancipation. But I believe with this generation that they have learned something from the Western culture. They can come up and fight for women emancipation and education for the young.
The 20-year-old Ugandan politician says she has to deal with many challenges in politics, partly because of her age, but also partly because she is a woman.
We still have that culture of Africanism that makes women stay back at home, though there are those who have come up to fight for their rights, to fight for women emancipation. But deep there in the villages, if you look at our country, if you look at Africa generally, there are women who are still lagging back at home. Men think that we women are supposed to stay home and look after everything that is at home that is left by them.
Campaigners say the number is small, but even those few in power have limited influence on important decisions in parliament, meaning their male counterparts are largely in charge, despite the House being led by a female speaker.
I haven't seen any woman that has come out and said, I'm departing from what my party has said. I'm departing from the party position. Instead, we have seen men. And now that is where some of the women leaders in parliament have let us down. Because there are certain things that are really so obvious that we should have expected them to come out and say no. But even in such situations where they fail to say no, it is rather disappointing.
Uganda's President Yoweri Museveni spearheaded a women empowerment program some years back when he appointed the first female African vice president, a campaign that saw women promoted to several political positions like a representative to parliament for every district. However, a recent report revealed Museveni has 94 presidential advisors, of which only 20 are women. Activists blame the African culture that stereotypes women to domestic work, while men are seen as gender superiors. This, they say, has continued to be the center of marginalization to the African woman despite several attempts to redeem them. Isabel Nakiria, CCTV, Kampala.